Well, how's it going, my good, faithful YouTube viewers and listeners? It is the Jer Bear. Today's date is Saturday, May 1st, 2021. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you had a wonderful week. My week was interesting. I'll go with that. It was interesting. A lot to talk about, actually. I don't want to talk about too much because then I won't have any material for the Sunday video update tomorrow, which I probably will reiterate some things that happened from this week, as I always do traditionally. So I did get an email from a woman that I mentioned in my previous Daily Rant recording. Her name is Caressa Edwards. And I did say some not so nice things about her regarding Milk Tyson. She actually emailed me. She actually reached out to me. And we did talk about a few things, and I told her that if we had a conversation, that if, she emailed me, or if she even texted me or called me on the phone so we could have a voice-to-voice, heart-to-heart, I would retract all the things I said. And it is possible. It is possible. I am a very forgiving person, and I will take back all the mean things I said. However, Caressa, if you're listening to this, the option is still on the table. You have my cell phone number. I emailed it to you in the last email that I sent you. So the upside is that she doesn't hate me. So that's a good thing because I really don't hate her either. I don't hate her either. I strongly dislike the fact that she was, goody-goody, buddy-buddy with this Milk Tyson guy. He's a creep, as most of you know, and I don't make it a secret. I make sure that everybody knows, the whole fucking world knows, that this Milk Tyson is a jackass and a creep, and he's very, he's engaged in this bit of chicanery where he preys on your weakness and vulnerability to make himself look good and to make himself rich, and, the whole nine. I mean, if you actually go on Facebook and look at his account or look at the, Fighting All Monsters Facebook page, that's all, look at me, that's all, hey, I can get your kids on national television. Milk Tyson's not a celebrity, never was, never will be. Although he tries very, 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 very hard. But he's just a loser. He's a washed up has-been piece of shit, and everybody knows it. But anyway, back to Caressa Edwards. So we did have a discussion in an email. Caressa, I have a feeling that you can hear this, that someone's sharing this particular video with you again, as is the first time. Listen, I'm always open to having a conversation with you. You can call me. Like I said, I emailed you my cell phone number. Or if you prefer, we can continue the conversation back and forth through email, which is fine too. I'm glad that you don't hate me, by the way, because I honestly don't hate you. I'm just very discontented with the way things are going and with the way people are behaving. Because I got to tell you, the childhood cancer world is totally and completely fucked. I've been saying this for a long time, many, many times. One of the things I wanted to rant about in this particular Daily Rant recording, now that I got that out of the way regarding Caressa, this fake outrage with childhood cancer. This is something that no one ever talks about either. And I find this particularly funny. I find it to be comical. I find it to be interesting, this fake outrage. So what am I referring to? All these people who go on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever, platform they choose to use to, quote unquote, voice their concerns, they're talking about the government valuing money over people. You've all heard this. I think I've even said this a time or two. But here's a difference. This is the thing that separates me from all these other buffoons who are advocates and activists. The same people, and I'm telling you, nobody else brings this up. You don't see this, you don't read about it anywhere, you don't even hear about it. Well, today is your lucky fucking day. All these people who complain about the government valuing money over people when it comes to childhood cancer, these are the same people who live in 2-story brick houses. They have in-ground pools. They drive fancy cars. They get manicures and pedicures 2, 3, 4 times a week. They go on vacation 5, 6 times a year. My message to you people, shut the fuck up. Now look, you're passionate about raising awareness to childhood cancer. But isn't that kind of preposterous to have all this money that you flaunt around everybody, and yet you're so outraged, you're so mad because the government values money over people? I'll agree with you. I think it's sick. I think it's disgusting that the government will value money before people. We've known this for millennia. Since we've had a government, we've known this for a very long time. This is nothing new. This is nothing exclusive. We've known this for many, many, many a year. Okay, and it's not just childhood cancer. It's in a lot of different aspects pertaining to how we live in this country, or, wherever the case may be, whether it be local, federal, whatever. We've all griped about the government giving more of a fuck about itself than the people. We know this. This is no secret. It's not, it's not some hidden little thing going on. We've all known this for many years. But you people, you activists and you advocates who are trying to put on a good show on social media, no one else is going to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you for your own good, because I'm the guy who doesn't give a fuck and I can see through your bullshit. Your virtue signaling and your fake outrage is getting really, 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 really out of fucking hand. Okay? You live a very high-end, trendy lifestyle, and you, of all people, are going to gripe and complain about the government caring more about money than they do people. Well, isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? Congratulations. You've made yourself look even more foolish and sound even more foolish. See, no one else will bring this to anyone's attention. I guess it's a good thing there's a Jer Bear in the mix, because I woke up to this bullshit a long time ago, and I guess I'm the only one with the balls and the brawn and the spine to say it. So, I find it to be a bit hypocritical and nonsensical of these people to whine and bitch and bellyache about the government caring more about money than people, when these complaints are coming from people who value money. Okay? They value money. Well, I only talk about this because, my kid went through it. Well, you know what? Good for you. But let me tell you something. Let me cue you in on something here. I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money at all. It's not like I can help 20, 30, 40, 50 families at a time affected by childhood cancer. I don't have a lot of money. But what I do have is personal experience. No amount of money could ever buy that. So, let that sink in. Let that sink in for a minute. But anyway, that's what I wanted to rant about. It must be nice to have all kinds of money. People who are really, they're high maintenance people. They want everything expensive. They want everything fancy schmancy. But yet, they complain and they get a diaper rash over the fact that the government values money over people. I mean, how fucking hypocritical can you be? How hypocritical can you be? I don't have a lot of money, and for me, it was never about the money. The childhood cancer world, they focus mainly on money. That's all it is. It's a great big money grab. And we will do anything in our power. We'll do anything in our power to flaunt our money for popularity, notoriety. Well, I see they're doing wonderful things. Yeah, only things that money can do. Because they have money. They have people, donate to my cause. Well, that's not your fucking money to begin with. That's the nonprofit organization's money. This isn't coming out of your back pocket. It's not your personal fucking piggy bank. Please, spare me. Why doesn't anybody else see this? Oh, I bet they do. I bet they do. They just won't say anything. They're too afraid to say anything. I'm not. Y'all should know me by now. I ain't afraid to say shit about shit. And I will tell you straight as a fucking arrow. You guys are hypocrites. Hypocrites. Period. Sit down, shut the fuck up, eat a raisin bagel, and keep your mouth shut. Nobody wants to listen to you. Someone who has it all complains because they don't have it all. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what it's like to go without. I guarantee you don't know what it's like to go without because you've had everything given to you. You had everything handed to you. Marry for the money, right? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Marry for the money. You can't predict cancer. Of course not. Nobody can predict that. I couldn't predict it. I couldn't predict being sick. My parents couldn't predict being sick. That was out of our control. That was out of our hands. Okay, that's unpredictable. But now we're talking about after the fact that these people had gone through this shit with their kids, and they live in such an expensive, goody two shoes, high class, upscale, high maintenance lifestyle, high class life, and then they want to turn around and go on social media and bitch and bellyache and gripe and complain because the government's not doing enough for them. Listen, you have more than most people would ever think of having, would ever dream of having. And when you sit there and complain because the government's not doing enough, you know what? Fuck off. Shut your mouth. Nobody wants to hear it. It's a quick, easy peasy daily rant. I like to keep things short, sweet, and simple. You know? I just wish people would stop and think about the things they're saying before they say them. I know that people tell me that all the time. Well, Jared, you should stop and think of what you say before you say it. I have thought about it. That's why I'm talking about it now, dipshit. That's why I'm talking about it now. Because nobody else will say it. I will. Somebody's got to say it. And you know, this is the beauty of peeling off that label of advocate. There's no expectation involved. There's no expectation involved. When you call yourself an advocate, you have to be family oriented. Well, tell that to Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson has a lot of sex references. He has a lot of drug references. I mean, he's got the words drug dealer tattooed on his chest. Like he's proud of that. And you people who think that everything he does is cool, you actually want him around your kids. You're fucking just as sick and disgusting and morbid as he is. You people don't deserve your kids. You don't deserve your children. I don't know. You guys are really something. You're real pieces of work. It's just, you know, I've watched this unfold for a very long time. And it was only until today when I figured, you know what, enough is enough. I'm tired of sitting around not saying anything. I'm tired of holding my tongue. I'm tired of not saying shit about this hypocrisy going on. So today is a good day to talk about it. So there you go. You rich-ass, high-class, snobby, snooty motherfuckers need to just tone it down with your fake outrage. Because you've got more than what most people would only dream of having. Or even dream of doing. You privileged fuck. Shut up. You got nothing to say about anything. Absolutely nothing. You've got nothing to say. Other than, well, cancer affected my child. Sure. Of course. You think your kid's the only one? At least I have the personal experience where I can directly relate to your kid. No money involved, no money required. I can just tell your kids freely what I have gone through, and they can relate to my situation. They can listen to what I say, or they can read something I've written, and they can think about that. They can let that resonate. Wow, Jared actually went through this too. He was afraid of needles too. He had to go through all that stuff just like I did, all that bad, nasty stuff. Yes, I did. Money can't buy experience. Money can't buy the personal heart-to-heart connections. There's no amount of money in the world that could ever buy that because it's priceless. It's priceless. Now, as myself not having a lot of money, I can actually be upset about the fact that the government does value money over people. I've said this for a very long time. And we've all known this. It's not a secret. It's nothing new. Everybody knew this. But they use that as an olive branch for their popularity, for their notoriety, for their virtue signaling, because it sounds sophisticated. They know that what they say is going to resonate. Just ask Tom Mitchell. He'll tell you all about that. These people are very, very calculated in the moves that they make and the things that they talk about. Which, of course, to some degree, you have to be. But, I mean, it's all for show. It's all for show. For me, I'm just sitting here sharing my opinion, sharing my thoughts. You know, when I die, I can't take money with me. But I'll always have the great times. I'll always have the memories. I'll always have the personal connections that I've shared with other cancer survivors, cancer warriors, fighters, whatever you want to call them. I have those memories. I have those experiences. I was actually visiting a warrior in the hospital, and I had to hold his legs down to stop him from kicking because he was being accessed for vincristine. Same thing. I went through the same fucking thing. I understood his pain and his frustration. Money can't buy that. I don't have a lot of money. But I have helped people. But I don't have a lot of money. I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars that I could just fork out to as many people as possible, because I got to buy my friends. I don't have to buy any of my friends. Never have, never will, never would. I just think it is preposterous beyond measure how these well-to-do people in the childhood cancer world, these people who are well off, they've got lots of money, they have some kind of popularity, notoriety, whatever, they want to complain because the government's not doing enough for them. You're really fucking stupid. You're really stupid. It just drives me crazy. It just... wow. I don't know what else to say other than wow. I'm shaking my head in disbelief because I can't believe how stupid people really are. They don't think about the shit they say before they say it. I don't know, guys. I really hope that one day these people wake up. I don't think they will. But I'll hope for it. I'll hold out for the day. And it may never happen. I just don't get... You know, to me it sounds like desperation when these people do this. They are so desperate to be popular. They are so desperate to be number one in something. This neurotic need to be A1, top of the mountain. This abstract idea that only exists in people's minds. I mean, it's really fucking sick. It's really sick. I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. You high-class snobs, stop bitching about the government not doing enough for you. Please. Please. You have everything and more that you could possibly ask for, but you of all people are going to complain because the government doesn't do enough. Fucking assholes. Anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of this daily rant. Short and sweet, about 20 minutes or so. My name's Jared Fuller, a.k.a. the Jerry Bear. Thanks for stopping by, and as always, toodaloo!